Hey, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over top-down analysis, right? It's very important to get a top-down analysis. So anytime we look at the charts. So every time we look at the charts, we need to have a top-down analysis to understand where we are in the game, to understand where we are in the markets, right? So we'll start off with the monthly, go down to the weekly, from the weekly go to the daily, and then from the daily to the 4 hour. And then we'll go down to our entry point after that. So after we're sitting on our entry point, we'll build up a whole list of analysis. So we'll get our directional bias, we'll get any support and resistance along the way, and any targets that we'll be aiming for. So it's easy to go through, and it's very important to use. So this should be one of the first things that we do when we get onto the charts. All right, stay locked and I'll see you on the charts. Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be going over top-down analysis. So I'm going to be on AUDUSD. I'll start with the monthly and have a look what's going on, right? So as we can see in 2011, we have our all-time high, and it's consolidated for a bit. 2013, AUD has just dropped, right? 2015, we have a slight consolidation here. Tried coming back up, consolidated for since 2017, come up again. Tried breaking this point here in 2018, and then it just dropped down all the way down. So this is 18, 19, and 20. 18, 19, 20. So in a few years, we've just been falling. And then this was the drop for coronavirus, and now it's trying to recover. At the moment, USD is weak. So USD is weak. We're going to go into all of this in fundamentals. AUD average. AUD stronger at the moment. So AUD is stronger at the moment. USD is weak. Hence why we're having this. Okay. But that's it. We'll go into fundamentals on a different topic. As we can see, it's come down. It didn't make it all-time high. With the Fibonacci for this, just out of interest. Wow. Prime entry, eh? Right, so as we can see, it's dipped down. It's starting to recover. So now we're starting to recover. So on the monthly, we can have a look at our line at our closing price, and maybe put in a few support and resistance on the monthly. Because don't forget, we're doing top-down analysis. So we can put in a few strong points for our support resistance. I think that's hit that a few times right there, isn't it? And it's quite strong. Don't forget, we just wanted to see where price is going to go. That's quite a nice one right there. This one, this one, this one, this one. Yep. There's a candlestick. Oh, there's a candlestick right here. Wick down, wick up. Okay. So as we can see, AUD broke the monthly support resistance. We may have one more in there if you really want to go that deep. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can put another one in there as well if you want to go in that deep. So we're just doing a top-down analysis. So I just want to have a look at what price is doing at the moment, right? So we can get a bias. So at the moment, price has pulled back from this, and now we're trying to recover, right?
So our bias on the monthly, the bias equals buy. Okay. So it's broken the support. Broken monthly SNR, support and resistance. Okay. If you really want to include the price, you can include the price at what price point it broke. Will it matter? Probably. It depends on fundamentals. It does in fundamentals, but for me, we're just doing a visual indication. So drop down to the weekly, 1 week, drop down. Let me go to this. So we're going to drop down to the weekly. As we can see here, price has dropped down again. Coronavirus has hit it. It's come back up, recovered. USD's weak, don't forget. So at the moment, we are still in our weekly buy-in. What? If there's any resistance coming up. Yep. So we have a nice resistance coming up. So maybe we'll add this in as well on the weekly. So we have resistance coming up as well on price. So don't forget, we're still in the buy-in. So we'll see what happens at this support resistance zone here. So we can add to this weekly equals buy weekly S and R approaching. This is all we're doing. We're just doing detective work, right? We're just breaking it down, seeing what's in the way, what can affect it, what can stop it. Because at the moment we're our monthly bias is buy, right? So we're going to see what obstacles are going to be in the way for our bias, right? So what we can look out for. So if it hits this, it might hit it for a little while and come back down, or it might break it, which gives us a stronger indication that it's going to keep buying. So we can keep this in. We can put the price point in. Let's keep it white. Put text in, weekly SNR. 0.73744. Right, so we know that we've got a weekly support resistance at this price here. Right, cool. Again, we've had a look at our weekly. We know we're still buying up. We have a support resistance here, which will give us our strong indication to see what happens during here. So we'll go down to our daily. So don't forget markets fractals. Whatever happened on the monthly, weekly, daily will happen on the smaller time frames as well. So again, it's going to be approaching this weekly support resistance. At the moment, we can see that price just broke this here, and it's pinned back. So today was going for a buy, and it's pinned back. So at the moment, I could say it's consolidating. So we can put a range in. I'll say we'll put a range in for the daily range. What's going on? We'll put a range right here. Market structure low, market structure high. It hasn't just broke that just yet. Let's say put it up here, because at the moment it's just ranging in here. So I'll say we're not using the Fibonacci just yet. So at the moment, that's our daily bias. So daily is range in wait for daily MS market structure break. Waiting for daily market structure break, right? MSB. Okay. So we'll wait for the break on this, on the daily. Go down again, 4 hours. Okay. So again, we have our support and resistance here. We have our market structure break here. So if it breaks this, we'll be faced against this after. Yeah, so as we see price pin down, come over. We might see price come back up, try and hit that again, and come back down. Keep ranging until it breaks. We don't know what price is going to do, but we'll be waiting. So we're building up our top down analysis at the moment. So on a 4 hour, what can we see on a 4 hour? Maybe a trend line. Trend line might be a good idea. Look at that. So a trend line on the 4 hours. So if it breaks this trend line, we have this. So we even put a channel in as well. So you see how I'm just pinpointing anything that I can find. I'm just pinpointing it, and then I'm writing it down. So H4. I would say it's moving in a range. So I would say it's in a channel, ascending channel. Ascending channel. Sorry about my spelling. Ascending channel. All depends on your tactics. It all depends on how you approach things. But again, we'll be waiting for things to break here. Okay. So H4 is an ascending channel. Fantastic. So again, we're just adding to our list right here. It's quite good. It's looking good, isn't it? Let me have a look at the line. Yeah, really, we could have put this further down, further down. I'll say leave it for now because we've got channel, we've got that. But usually I like to put market structure high, market structure low at close price. But hey, it is what it is. We'll leave it as that. So yeah, again, we're going to go down to our 1 hour. 1 hour is staying true. There's not really much on the 1 hour. We've got a little, I suppose we could put a little trend line here, but we're going a bit too far. Alright, we'll put one in. Just for the sake of things, right? I'll put this on a different colour so we don't confuse ourselves. You know what? I don't need the whole thing. Let's pull out our own one. Make it look better, right? Doesn't matter about cutting all these, as long as our bottom wick is here. Try and get as tight as we can, but don't forget we want our trend line to break. 1 hour H1, trend line. Cool. If you want to put a channel in, up to you, but to me, I think that's quite sufficient enough. Last but not least, depends on what time you entry. You can either sit on the 15, 30 minutes, or the 5 minutes, and you just wait for any of these to break, right? So pretty much that's how we're going to do a top-down analysis. So I'll sit down, for example, I'll sit down for 15 minutes now. I know exactly what's going on. So this just gave me an overall bias. So we've got a buy, monthly biases and a buy. Broken monthly support and resistance, so it's broken it already. We have a weekly buy. Weekly SNR approaching, which is right here. Daily ranging, we've got this range here, market structure high, we've got market structure low. Ascending channel on the H4, so this is right here, these blue lines, and we've got our H1 trend line. So now we'll just wait for entry. So don't worry about these over here, because like I said, we're sitting on 15 minutes. All we've got to do is wait for it to break. Or we can even sit on the 1 hour, but to be honest, I sit on 15 minutes for a tight stop loss. But yeah, I'll be pretty much watching it on the 1 hour and the 15 minutes, going back and forth. I pretty much will open up and open up this here, so I can watch it on the 1 hour, watch it on the 15 minutes, and then as soon as it breaks out on the 1 hour, I'll be taking it during the 15 minutes or the 5. Yeah, it all depends on the stop loss. So I want to get a deep stop loss, I want to get a tight stop loss. So yeah, so that's how we do a top down analysis. If you have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because there's always going to be new content out daily and weekly, depending on my schedule. But yeah, there's always new content, and I recommend for you guys to subscribe so you don't miss out. Alright, so stay locked and I'll see you soon.